Hello, high school students. My name is Patrick Miller, and I'm here to present my final project. First, I need to show you the four birds that were used for this study. We used the rock pigeon, the killdeer, the great blue heron, and the ring-billed gull. We chose these birds as they were all non-migratory birds native to the Columbus, Ohio area. This was important for the experiment we were going to conduct. The hypothesis of the experiment was as the temperature increases over time, the abundance of birds will decrease. After we made this initial hypothesis, we got started with our research. First, we had to create a linear regression line that showed that temperature was increasing over time. This was done by finding the hottest day each year and plotting them in a scatter plot. Once this was done, we then found the yearly abundance of each of the four birds. This was done by going to the website eBird and looking at the abundance charts. There were multiple data points of abundance for each year. We took all of the data points and averaged them out to find the average yearly abundance. Once this was done, the abundance data was put up against the hottest yearly temperature data. That is what you see in these four graphs being presented right now. It was found that 3 out of the 4 bird populations were decreasing over time. Unfortunately, there is a reason why this data may not be entirely accurate. The reason is because of how low the R-squared values are. The R-squared value represents how much of the dependent variable can be explained by changing the independent variable. In this case, we can see that the R-squared values are incredibly low. This means that the independent variable of global warming cannot account for a lot of the change in the dependent variable, or bird abundance in this case. After looking at these low R-squared values, it may seem like the experiment may have been pointless, but there are absolutely still important things to take away from this experiment. This brings me to the entire message and what I want you guys to take away from this experiment. Just because the hypothesis cannot be supported for this experiment doesn't mean nothing was accomplished. Trusting in the scientific process is important, even if the results were not what we were hoping for. In general, this does not mean the end of the road. For example, we could try taking a larger sample group of birds over a longer period of time. This may lead to a higher correlation in the data, which then would be shown by the R-squared value that we saw earlier. This method of thinking can be applied to any other experiment that has an unexpected outcome. You don't need to end the study just because of one mishap you may have had. It can help to go back and look at your options and make a further step in this, like the long-term study. This is my work cited, and I appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much.